know the vibes. We got Meaty on the track.
Top of the morning, sun is up. I'm in my like work clothes or whatever because I'm gonna do something really quick. If you can see it right here, these wheels look good, but I want them to be kicked out just a little bit more fitment. The rears on the Rx8 over there got some spacers on them. I have multiple spacers on both sides, different sizes to get the proper fitment because the Rx8 is a little bit wider. But I'm gonna take those spacers off because I have one spacer that's the size I need for those, and I'm gonna swap and test fit spacers for this. Now I do have spacers that I already bought just specifically for this car, but I just want to test to see what's going on because these have extended studs. The spacers that I bought are slip-ons because I want to utilize the extended studs. I don't really want to have like the regular spacers with the studs on them from that in this, just in case that doesn't have relief holes that'll fit them. So I'm gonna remove those, put the proper spacers on that. Got a little bit of housework going on, so I'm gonna be between this and that as we try to get a productive Saturday morning going. So let me jump to that. I might not talk too much, it might just be busy work and time lapses. So let's start with that. I chose to abort that. For whatever reason, it just didn't feel right running the lug nuts on there. And I don't want to mess up the threads on these extended studs. So abort that. My slip-on spacers will be here tomorrow. So it's just kind of just a rush thing that I wanted to do just to try it and see, just to look at fitment, but we're gonna leave that be. But the fitment on that is better in the rears. Half of the job done. Man, Amazon came early. They didn't even ring the damn bell. They just threw the shit up on the damn doorsteps. But feels like we got some spacers, so get back out here and finish the Rx8. Earlier, like I was just chilling, and I heard a motorcycle pull up. I noticed the twin, and I'm like, somebody's out here with a twin. There's somebody in the neighborhood that got a Harley, so I didn't really think too much about it. As I'm looking out the windows, this cat out here on the Ducati A48. So, I mean, me being who I am, I just pop outside to see what was shaking. Cool dude, pretty chill too. He was just out and about, and he happened to recognize the cars from the channel, from YouTube. So I just chopped it up with him for a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, I guess no harm, no foul in that. I got my cars outside, obviously, because I've got the yard being worked on. All right, so these spacers just barely enough for what I wanted to do with them. So let's go outside and get that shaking. All right, so my spacers came. I got a few of them, obviously, front, back, side to side. Wheels are pretty good, the fitment, that is, right? But I just wanted to kick that a little bit more. And this is just purely for aesthetics because I think that the car handles fine how it is. But I mean, you can see, probably could use a 10 mil spacer, but I'm only gonna use 8 mils. Rear fenders have a roll and a pull. Front fenders just have a roll. And I don't really want to push the fitment out too far, whereas though if I corner extremely big time, get heavy lateral G's on this, I don't want to have it rubbing. So I just want to give it a little bit of a fitment, and we're gonna use these 8 mils. All right, so time lapse, let's get to work and slap these slip-on spacers. pleased. It looks pretty good. Now, it's not a dramatic oversizing of the offset, so it doesn't look crazy, but the chunky, meaty fitment is really what I want it to be because, I mean, essentially it's going to be a race car, right? So it just has to look like it's supposed to, you know, really feel the fender arches out. I'm going to eventually lower this rear. I think once we put the rear bumper on that has the diffuser on it, and I won't be playing with it too much more in the back roads, then I'll lower the rear just a little bit more. But so far, looks pretty good. Let me get a last swig of water and I'll show you. Yeah, that's looking right now. Ooh, yeah, that's looking right. So I could probably fill it with about 5 more millimeters of space just to get close enough to be fully flush, but man, we ain't really tripping off all that. You know what I'm saying? That shit looks solid. So I'm pleased with it. And yes, I did say I picked up Aero, or maybe I edited that out. And I did pick up the Aero. The Aero is actually on the truck and trailer behind me right there. You can probably see it, but you don't need to see it just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and get all of that stuff done and send the car over to Pro Style so we can get it wrapped, and then kind of just unveil like its final form of how I want it to be. I have, like I said, a few pieces, few parts, new seats, Aero, but that's generally gonna be about it for the whole situation. And then it's nothing but track days, tire changes, and oil changes, and this is gonna be a good, fun vehicle. So I plan to get a hone of it during the winter, and then, you know, essentially get so much better by the time next spring and summer comes. Then I should be killing it. Whatever potential this car has, I'm gonna be running it up. So let me go inside and finish watching FD. And I haven't eaten yet, so I'm about to grub.